Doing it
A
live.
Toy Maker will be produced by Evan Allen, the director of Six Wheels from Hell, Emmy-winning producer, actor and stunt coordinator Mark Anthony Baca. A toy maker and his crazy new apprentice have to fend off an evil real estate mogul from forcing them out of their toy store. Jack Kraken and Madison Moon defend the entire town and fend off Damien's goons by turning them into human marionettes. A Toy Maker will star Robert Lasardo, Otis B. Dreads, Mark Baca, Dan McDougal, John Pontash, Audrey Holland, the UFC legend Rashad Evans, and you. Join us on set in the Austin, Texas area of McDade and Elgin. This film will be stunt-filled, fire, gore, explosions, and car wrecks. Contribute now to secure your spot as a producer. Join the cast, be an extra, promote your product, buy some amazing perks. A Toy Maker. A Toy Maker. A Toy Maker. A Toy Maker. The maker of toys, the Toy Maker. Don't mess with him, the bone breaker. He's always behind the good little boys and all the good little girls, but cross his path and you will end up a human marionette. A human marionette. A human marionette. A Toy Maker. 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 A Toy Maker.
There we are.
Oh, we're here.
We are here. I am portraying one Jack Kraken. Got my glasses here. And as you can tell, Lydia Manson is dressed and portraying her character, newly acquired, I guess I can say, just a couple weeks ago or so. Can you hear me?
Not going to lie, the song is pretty awesome. That was a pretty awesome song.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Otis. What did you say?
I said it was just a couple of weeks ago you took on the role of Madison Moon.
Yeah.
Correct.
What? Doesn't it feel like it really wasn't that long ago?
It wasn't.
I'm excited about it.
So, yeah, there's a lot to be excited about. I have a lot of perks, or not perks, roles that need to be casted. Mr. Evan Allen, director of the very film that we're going to be talking about, A Toy Maker, still on Indiegogo, still kicking some ass. So if you haven't been over there, we would really appreciate you stopping by, and we're going to talk about some perks. We're going to talk about this campaign has some of the original perks. You can learn stunts, do some stunts in the movie, learn from Mr. Mark Anthony Baca. Extreme sports. I think that's how they do it. I don't know. We got a lot of people in. I want to address some of these, our fine viewers. Sean, well, it skipped on me. There's Dave. Welcome, Dave. I'm out here, but he's in the garage. Well, that's okay. Sean, not going to lie, that song was pretty awesome. You mentioned that. Josh Browning, nice intro. Yeah, I thought it was really well done. Evan's pretty good, as you can tell. You know, a little AI, but Evan loves that stuff, man. John Potas. Greetings, sir. Thank you for joining us. Look, it's us.
Us watching us acting as them.
Wow.
Is that the way it would be?
It sounds like it to me. Sean says, hello, Lydia and Otis, two of my favorite people. Can't wait for you to play lead roles together. Well deserved for you both. Well, thank you.
Otis, what were we just talking about
What?
before we started filming? I mean, before we went live. About how nice Sean is.
Oh, yes. Yes. Yes, you're right.
Remember? And I was like,
I talked about us,
you know, he's so nice.
the Elvira set, and how much we talked. Yeah.
You play the younger Otis. Those are some big shoes to fill, my friend.
Oh yes. Yes. Isaac, welcome. Yo, what up? What's happening, my friend? Josh, looking forward to working with both y'all. Likewise. And that's right. The young Jack Kraken is going to be played by Dave Souza. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. And the one and only Evan Allen, he'll be playing the writer and director in this film. As you can see, he's got a good sense of humor. At least I thought it was good. Who else do we have? Ramona Howard. Welcome, dear. Hello. Corrine Canton. Yeah. Hey, hon, how you be? Well, I think both of us be fine. Fine as wine. It's okay, Otis.
I agree.
Yeah. Dave said he needs the dreads. Well, you may not need, I'm sure you could find a decent wig or something. That's if young Jack even had the locks back then. We don't know. We got a lot to talk about, though. I'm missing a picture, and I have to figure out which one it is. Evan sent me a bunch of pictures, and I'm trying to figure out which one I don't have. So bear with me. Talk amongst yourselves. I think I might have found it. No, there's that one. There's that one.
Evan is putting long hair on me. I think you need some dreads.
Who does?
Like if I was watching this from the outside,
mm-hmm.
and I would think, oh, young you, I would think dreads. Like, wouldn't you?
Would I think?
Don't you think that would be like your character's identifier from flashbacks,
Oh, yeah. I see what you're saying. Sure. Okay. I get it. Sorry, I'm trying to. All right. I don't understand why you can't find this one picture. I found it. Bam. Come on. All right. I believe that is the one. Let me get this rolling. All right. That one. Okay. I think I got them all. Let's talk some toy maker. What do you think? Is that okay? Thumbs up. That's all. I was just waiting. I want to make sure you're ready. We're gonna dive into. First thing we're gonna talk about, as you know, Evan Allen makes some music under the name Cybrid, which was the music that you heard in the beginning. That theme song that some said, hey, I really fucking dig that. Yep. That was.
It was a good song.
Huh?
It was a good song.
It was absolutely. And this is, I was just telling Mrs. Kraken uh, about how playing in a toy maker is actually bringing about two firsts in my acting, my short acting career. One would be obviously a lead. I'm very excited about that. I really need to, step my game up and bring it for Evan and Mark and well, you because you're playing my sidekick, so we'll be able to
When you
play
say
all.
sidekick, I'm always like, hiya.
Yeah. um, and this movie has a soundtrack. Yes, it does. Right there, Cyber presents songs from the Toy Store, Chapter 1. It is out there, ready for your listening pleasure. 20 tracks on it. Streaming on most music sites. I think I seen it on Spotify, I believe. I came across it there. I'm sure YouTube. So there you have it. There's go check it out. I have a couple favorites in it. I like I know I'm always gonna get this wrong. Dead on the floor of the toy store or dead on the toy store floor. It's the second track. I'll just put it that way. It's track number 2. That's my favorite so far. There is also one about Jack Kraken. There's a song on there talking about Madison Moon.
I might have listened to that one a few times.
Yeah. There's one on there about the greedy, evil Damien Harth, which is played by our stunt coordinator, producer, Mark Anthony Baca. There's a song about him. So it's definitely, you have our 2 thumbs up. Go check it out. Again, most streaming sites, again, I think I've seen it on where I was listening on Spotify. It's the only one I really use. So I'm going to say that's the one. That's the ticket. And I apologize if I'm not keeping up with the comments.
I know, a lot coming in.
I know you're usually my comment person.
Yeah, I'm not feeling too good.
Yeah. Yeah, I had it right. Dead on the floor of the toy store. John, looking forward to working with you, my friend. We've had a few chats and on, messaging back and forth. So
that sounds important.
Yeah, it did.
I will look. What did we make it up to? You had it right. Dead on the floor of the toy store. Yes. Awesome track. We did that one. Looking forward to working with you all, John. Looking forward to working with you too. Dave, I had a feeling this will be bigger than 6 Wheels from Hell.
Whoa.
And a toy maker. Yep. And I'm going to say yep as well.
Yep. Let's run. How about we run through some of the roles that we still need to fill? Those perks that are roles will be as follows. There you go. Jade, play a mother that tries to buy a human marionette with his family, not realizing it's human. These have been flying off the shelf, by the way. Megan's mom. Played Megan's mom in a page-and-a-half scene. So you're going to be there for a minute. That's pretty cool. Big eyeball, look at that. Fund one of two of Dead Eyes, Fake Eyes, and associate producer credit. We have Megan. We got Megan's mom up for grabs. And get your child involved. Again, the same page and a half scene. Whoops, I got more. You can play Mark. Play a father that tries to buy a human marionette with his family, not realizing it's human. So, and up next, you can die on the screen. You can die a gruesome death on screen as a new goon. Be one of Damien's goons, and we don't like that. So you'd probably be killed by Jack and Madison. Let's see here. And we have another small role for a young, aspiring little actor, or maybe we can turn her or him into a little actor. Play Jules, play a young boy or girl that tries to buy a human marionette with their family, not realizing it's human. So it looks like we got a little family happening. John says he agrees. Bigger and better than Six Wheels from Hell. Let me get that off of there. Six Wheels from Hell was an awesome flick. Let's see. I have some notes over here. We will be. You will have a chance to be killed by Jack Crack and Madison Moon. In the movie, you can learn some. Let me actually get over here to the Indiegogo because I want to get this right. Due to it's about the stunts, and these are awesome. I've never seen this perk take on any other campaign. The stunt perk is well worth what you're gonna pay. It's an experience that you're not gonna find really anywhere else, and you're doing it on the set of a movie. Okay, you can be in the movie if you are deemed safe by Mark in doing small stunts. Let me I'm scrolling. There are so many perks in here. It's unreal. Let's see. Oh, here we go. Here's level 1 extreme force stunts. Learn level 1 stunts from actor, producer, stunt coordinator Mark Anthony Baca in the Austin, Texas area. Do a stunt in the movie and get an IMDb credit. Level 1, $500. You're gonna learn some stunts. That's good stuff. Just a few here. You can get a voiceover role as a 911 operator. IMDb credits, movie credits. The list goes on and on. This has got to be one of the longest lists of perks that I have seen ever. There's just so much stuff going on here. Excuse me. Is there a pet one? There absolutely is. They're gonna need some pets involved. think I just passed that one. To be in the veterinarian at the vets there. Let me see here. There we do have another pet that is going to be joining us. I'm looking. I don't know, Evan, if you're still there, could you maybe let us know about that? About the pets. I'm just scrolling through. I don't. But anyway, yeah, I've never seen a perk with learning how to do, yes, pets in the veterinarian scenes. So yes, get Lilith involved. Water dog Kane. Yes, Kane is the name of the dog that will be involved. Oh, pet python. Keep that thing away from me. I'm not the biggest fan of snakes. Let's see, Kyle and his dog Kane are already in. That's right. Very pretty dog. Let's see. Rick Tripp. Here's something else. Rick Tripp will do a horror portrait tattoo back in Vegas. I believe that's also a perk. And if I say the wrong thing, I know Evan's got my back in there. He'll let me know. Whoops. All right. And I hear there may be some limited edition prints to come as perks as well. I tell you what, if you're not paying attention to this particular campaign, if you look at this, hello, farmer. If you look at this or looked at this campaign when it first started and you now look at it, it is like perk wise, probably twice the amount, because making it interesting and making something perks available for anybody, if you just want a shirt, if you just want a sweatshirt, if you just want a shout out, if you want to go big and be in the movie, there's just something for everyone, and he keeps adding more. So limited edition prints coming. That's all I'm being told. I don't know if we're talking shirts, if we're talking pictures, posters. I guess we're gonna have to wait and see. But that's going to be a perk coming up soon. We'll just have to see. So right now I would like I'm going to put the I don't think it links it when I post it in here. Maybe it does. I don't know if you guys can. Hold on. Oh, it won't go to the other destinations. Okay, never mind. But yes, head on over to a toy maker, because I guarantee if the last time that you were over there was, I don't know, last week, 2 weeks ago, you're going to find different things going on there. Evan keeps it very exciting, adding new things. Probably as we speak, he's getting ready to add perks. So That's definitely something you want to keep an eye out for. But right now, I would like to hear, we got a good handful of people here. I want to hear what you guys, from what you know about a toy maker, what are you most excited for? What is it that struck you guys and hooked you, hook, line, and sinker into being like, hey, this is going to be something special? What was it? Tell me in the comments. Let's talk about it for a couple minutes. Because we like to hear, what do you guys think about the perks? If you picked up a perk already, what do you do? What do you like about the perk? What are you most excited for? Let's talk. Tell me. Okay. I'm getting here 20 one of a kind poster prints, handmade art. Lydia apparently has got the hookup. A friend of hers is making them. And it looks like, yes, if you're wondering, Madison, Lydia has stepped away. She had let me know on the side that she wasn't feeling very well. Stomach. She had a lot of munchies. We did a little. We were talking before the show, and she was tearing down some leftover Texas Roadhouse. So maybe it did not sit well with her, but that's why Lydia / Madison Moon, which I'm so excited to work with Lydia. The only time that I have worked with her is on the proof of concept that we filmed for another project. Nothing. This will be, a toy maker will be the first time that we get to work together. There's a lot of other actors, Robert Lasardo. Oh my goodness, let me get it up here. I don't want to butcher anybody's name. I got to scroll forever to get through these perks. This is unbelievable. I'm serious. Robert Lasardo, Rashad Evans, MMA fighter, I believe he was, UFC. Of course, I said Mark Anthony Baca is playing Damian Harth. David Souza is our young Jack Kraken. Cirilla Ann is playing a young Madison. And Mary Kate is playing Madison's mom. Nicole Vegas is joining us as Deputy Lazarus. And she's also holding the title of executive producer. Lorenzo Drazko. I'm sure I'm butchering that. He's going to be playing Deadeye. Connor Holden, who you may have seen, I spoke with a few weeks ago, is playing Deputy Carter. We have Bobby Butler is Sheriff Ramiro. Audrey Genevieve Holland is playing Lizzie Bathory. Dan McDougal is playing the veterinarian. John Potash is here with us this evening. He'll be playing Cowboy. We have Michael Rock as Brick, one of the goons. Another goon, Isaac Cantu, will be playing Weasel. Kyle Wilder, as we mentioned there, is Lynch. And Kane will be played by Kane. Colby Jean is Brenda. David Stevens is Frank, and he's also executive producer. As you can see, all of these were perks. And so I wasn't lying when I said these particular acting perks are literally flying off the shelves. People are really liking this, wanting to be involved in front of the camera. First time actors, whatever. If you've been in the game for a little bit, it's this is a really special project. I think it's got a great story. It's got action. It's got stunts, explosions. It's got a little comedy sprinkled in there. And let me tell you, a whole lot of freaking gore, a whole lot of freaking blood. So it's if you like a little bit of, comedy, if you like a little bit of, your explosions, your stunts, firearms, all that good stuff. The Toy Maker is a project that we hope you will take and support. Going on, we have John Casual is playing George. Joshua Browning, he was in the chat. I don't know if you're still here, Josh. He's playing Dr. Odin. Carmelo Rodriguez is Dr. Ramirez. Lisa Matthews is playing Deputy, what is that? Ojeda. I screwed that up. Erica. See, this font is what gets me. If you're still there, Evan, that font, I can't tell if some letters or what they are. Erica Kazmar. Let's see. I'm probably butchering that. She's playing escort number 2. Rudy Ledbetter is our 911 operator. A lot of those came from Perks. So you guys have been extremely supportive, and we appreciate that. I lost my train of thought. Too late now. What I miss? Look at this. Everybody is let's see. Look at this. Nicole said this was something special. She texts me. And he texts Lasardo. He's looking forward to it. Evan took the time to personally FaceTime me. Great guy. I'm looking forward to this project with you and Evan. Well, thank you. I always like meeting new people. I met some new people filming a proof of concept for another project, and that's really, of course you like to see people that you've worked with in the past. Usually there's a good chemistry there, which I think is what you're going to see with myself as Jack and Lydia as Madison. And let me see. I'm getting messages all over the place. All right. Well, it looks like we may have a little special guest. You guys didn't expect that, did you? Huh? That's right. Let me bring this up real quick. And hopefully if Lydia gets to feeling better, she may be able to join us. I'm blaming the Texas Roadhouse. I'm going to say that. The potato skins, the ice cream sandwiches. I mean, there's a whole plethora of reasons why you got a bellyache. I can only imagine. So, who is waiting with anticipation on who's going to be this special guest? Anybody got a clue? Anybody? I'll wait. No, none. Not at all, huh? Come on. Let me see it. Stop teasing you. I didn't even do anything, Sean. Not that good. All right. We're just waiting patiently. Please bear with us. Don't run for the hills now because you think we lost some steam here. No. You can hang out for at least another 20 minutes, and then I got to go pick up Mrs. Kraken from work. Isaac says, Evan? I'm not going to tell you yes or no with these these guesses. I'm just going to wait till they come on, and then you'll be able to see who's right. But that's a good guess. I mean, Evan's always busy, you know. He's a busy man. Ding, 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 ding. It was Evan.
Hello.
How are you, man?
For this one, just got out of the shower.
Well, you know, we wouldn't have been able to smell you anyways. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, I'm doing okay. Today was the first day I did nothing. It's been a long time since I just did absolutely nothing today. Slept in for the first time ever. No taking my son to school. No skating lessons. No nothing. It was great.
Hey, that's a nice break, though. I mean, you need that every once in a while. That gets when you got, you know, a kid or kids that have all these extracurricular stuff. Sometimes they're just
Like that.
not in. Yeah, right. They're just not. Too bad they weren't interested in some of the toys that you can find at Kraken's Toys.
No,
What's happening, buddy?
All the time. There's Hunter. Hunter has. I just wrote him actually into the movie.
Awesome.
And I'm gonna do a little cameo now too, in the latest revision. Just one little tiny scene. Have some fun. Be in front of the camera instead of behind it.
That's sweet. That should be fun. We're really I know I speak for most of the people who will be you know, Isaac, he's, as I mentioned, his role, and Josh there. You know, this is gonna be a fun. It has all of the elements as I mentioned. I think that makes a movie entertaining.
Yeah, I
has,
think so. Yeah.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. It's gonna be scary, a bit of everything. Hang on, I gotta get my son to turn down his iPad now. Hunter, can you take that in the bedroom? It's too loud. Thank you. Sorry.
You're good.
So not prepared right now. It's unfortunate. Lydia had to step away. She really wasn't feeling okay. No, but so yeah, it's gonna be fun. Yeah, you were talking about we had some new perks there. My buddy Rick Tripp over in Las Vegas, one of the most famous tattoo artists in town. He tattoos all the rock stars, you know. Like the dudes from Five Finger Death Punch get their tattoos from him. So all the tattoos on Ivan's head from Five Finger Death Punch, those are all done by Rick Tripp. And so he offered to do a portrait, black and white, or color, any kind of horror, toy maker, whatever, or like whatever kind of horror you wanted to do on a tattoo. So if you can't make it to set, maybe you want a tattoo. If you go through our perks, you actually end up saving $250 on either one of them. So you end up saving some money if you get a tattoo from like one really famous tattoo artist to the rock star. And so that's
I thought that was funny. You said, "Yeah, you can get a horror tattoo movie, like a toy maker or something." Yeah, you threw that in there. That was
yeah,
good.
yeah. He's cool. He did a little cameo in Six Wheels from Hell. He's one of the inmates, and he's in there. He's got his tripping T-shirt on, along with his other tattoo buddy beside him there. Tim Lees. He was on one of those tattoo TV shows too. So they make a little cameo in Six Wheels from Hell as well.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's always been supportive of the films we do.
That's awesome. And, speaking of being supportive, there's been a toy maker, the Indiegogo started out, I think, a little slow, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, this is really our first big Indiegogo. So unlike some of the other ones that have like a couple $100,000, whatever, they're on like their 20th, like the Mahal brothers.
Right,
Um,
right.
but we've had some good days and we've had some bad days with fundraising, and then we have a lot of people too that are doing the payment plans. So they've locked in their perk, but they're gonna do it in increments or whatever. So it may say $9,000 on there, but it's probably closer to about $11,000. So yeah, yep, yes, we do have a great cast.
Yeah,
So
I think so too. Yeah.
yeah,
Um,
I'm really excited about the cast. It's almost like everybody in the cast is just kind of like falling into place as I had them pictured in my head. And
well, Lydia told me a little saying in the industry. Sometimes you pick the role, sometimes the role picks you.
mhm,
And there's sometimes you run across people who fit whatever aspect of what you're looking for
mhm,
in these characters, and it's just like, bam, there it is. You had mentioned you saw me as Jack, you know a while back,
mhm.
uh which is cool because most of my roles they've chose me. I played a homeless guy. I can do that with the dreads. That's pretty easy to pull off. Throw some dirt on me. Yeah. um and a stoner, that's pretty easy to pull off as
Not much of
well.
a stretch there.
Yeah, right. Yeah, I.
Yeah.
But so a lot of my roles have kind of chose me, and hey, I'm so thankful that it did. Oh yeah, Dave, that's the stoner I was talking about. Yeah. Um, because this is as I mentioned earlier, a lot of firsts for me. It's going to be my first lead. It's going to be, first time ever worked on a project that had a little soundtrack to it. I think that's pretty badass. Again, if you're just joining us or joining us just here recently, uh, let me throw it up so you can so I don't screw that name up. There you go. A toy maker songs from the Toy Store, Chapter 1.
Yeah.
Cybrid.
Yeah. So what I did with that is, like I used to sing in a band in Canada called Yeah Whatever. We didn't do much touring, but we did a lot of movies and soundtracks. We were the band in a TV show called Blood Ties, which was like a vampire detective kind of thing, and we played in the pilot episode a 3.5 minute song, but we played it for 7 minutes. Movie magic. So that was fun. And then we ended up doing a couple songs in that TV show, and then eventually we went on Lost Boys: The Tribe, the sequel to that badass Lost Boys movie. Second one wasn't as good as the first, obviously, but we had a lot of fun on set. We got to play ourselves again, so we were the band at the party, and some people get killed to our music a couple times, and we ended up having 7 songs in Lost Boys: The Tribe, 3 of our crappy music videos on the DVD special features. I don't know how they got on there. They were like so low budget. But they're on there. They're on millions of copies of DVDs and Blu-rays. And then they threw one of our songs on both the alternative endings. Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, I believe, were in those before Corey Haim got fired on that. Corey Feldman was awesome. He was great to work with. And then we ended up on the soundtrack too. And our song was, I think, third or fourth on the list, right above Seether. So that made us feel pretty good that we were before Seether. And there's like Dave Gagne's on there from Depeche Mode and all sorts of stuff on that soundtrack. And, I wish the sequel would have blown up like the original did, but kind of went straight to DVD and stuff like that. But, yeah, and then, whatever, just did a bunch of other Canadian Rally Car Championship. We did 2 seasons of the music. Every song is ours. We ended up pulling the vocals for some of them. And then Blood Brothers Reign of Terror, we did a song on there, and then a couple of movies of the week, we had some songs and stuff. So, music and movies have always been a huge part of my life, and after that, going back to the 5-Figure Death Punch thing, I ended up doing a project called Villain X, which was a guitar player for Ivan from 5-Finger Death Punch's old band called Ghost Machine. So we did a little project of Villain X, so I sang on that one, but then he moved off onto Miami, and I was still in Vegas, so we didn't really do nothing with that one. And now I'm doing the Cybrid project, which basically I've trained the AI with my voice, and I can't stop creating. So I think I put out 20 albums, maybe more, in the past 6 months, a year, of just getting those ideas that have been stuck in my head for 10, 15 years. And now the AI makes music for me, and then throw my voice in there, and it's just saves me a lot of money on instead of going into the studio. And
for sure. Yeah. And these how close is the voice to yours when you sing?
It's pretty damn close. But I also have the ability, like I've been doing karaoke since I was a kid, to make my voice sound like anything. So if I ever had to do them live, I could sing them all, no problem. So,
oh yeah.
Maybe one day I will do it live. It'd be kind of fun. But yeah, so for this, I did the 20 songs. I was only going to do like 6 new ones and then throw a bunch of my old ones on there, but I ended up doing 18 new songs for this one so far for the movie. And then 2 of them are older songs. And then there'll be more chapters because I do have some friends up in Canada sending me music from their bands, which the former members of whatever have gone. They're doing their own thing. They're sending me music,
right?
And a few other things. So music and movies are huge for me, especially incorporating them together into a movie. It's got to have a badass soundtrack. It just has to,
Absolutely. When you look at how many movies are really identified by their soundtrack, Jaws theme,
right?
Everybody knows that.
Mm-hmm.
Psycho, everybody knows that.
Yeah.
I mean, so that really speaks to how much of a role that music plays in a movie.
Yeah.
I mean, when you're taking and you have that little, background suspense music, trying to bring, the suspense into a scene, that music does a lot. That stuff, that score. I guess I'm talking more about the score, but music plays a huge part in movies. It could set the tone, everything.
Oh yeah, I can make or break a movie, and your audio has to be top notch too. That's we may be an indie movie, but we don't make it look like an indie movie. We
Exactly
highest production quality for what little budget we have. Right? I'm a stickler for that one. The sound has to be pretty good. But even when you're done, you're like, I wish I would have done this a little better here and there. There's a few parts in Six Wheels from Hell where I'm like, you know,
Yeah.
I wish I would have went back and did one little tweak here and there, but overall, I was like 99% happy with it.
Yeah, I've done that as well, or me wanting, thinking, man, I should have done this way, even though the director was like, perfect.
Mm.
I'm like, but was it? Was it really?
Right. That's why we do at least 3 takes on everything.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just like a lot of, and I guess, artists really are really hard on themselves, because you push so hard and work so hard at whatever art you're
Yeah.
working in, whether it's movies or music or both, like yourself, or whatever,
Mm. Yeah.
but
I wouldn't mind thanking everybody that's tuning in live here right now, and everybody
yes,
contributed to the campaign so far. We have some people that are they're still contributing. They're going to get smaller perks, on the next paycheck, that kind of thing. And that's thank you for that confidence in us. Make this movie together. We're gonna have a great time on set. We always do. I usually make everyone laugh right before a big torture scene or something like that.
oh nice.
People are like, "Oh, come on, Evan, shut up. We're trying to get in character." But we run a fun but professional set.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's not fun, why are you doing it? And you need to have some fun. It keeps morale up. And of course, we have you can get your pet involved in the movie, because what keeps morale up more than having little doggos running around?
Yeah, that's
What pets are you allowing? John Potage, he mentioned a snake.
Yeah, he mentioned that. We'll talk. We'll talk, John. We'll talk. I have a fear of snakes too.
Yeah, I do too, man. So
Yeah.
but cats, because it's a veterinarian.
It's a
So you
veterinarian.
thinking more cats and dogs?
More cats and dogs, that kind of thing. But I mean, if there's a tank there with a python in the back, and the python is not going to get out,
Yeah,
then that would look really cool on
thoroughly secured.
Yeah, it would look really good on camera.
So
But,
there you go. I hope that answers your question, John.
Yeah, and I'm looking forward to the future too. We have so many projects that we want to do after this one. I'm just gonna name a few right
Yeah,
now.
throw some out before we wrap up, because there's a few I'm really I'm excited to see what happens with them. And really, just like a soundtrack and music plays a big role in a movie. I think a name, the title goes a long way too. And a lot of these titles are pretty catchy. It makes me want to know more.
Right. So I actually, I've got a bunch already written, but I have started writing Dead by Dawn, which is comedy, horror, zombie, western. That one's going to be a lot of fun, and we might actually do that one next, because I just think that'd be so much fun. But I think I want to expand it and make it more of a creature feature. So not just zombies, like add some other creatures in there, that kind of thing. We can have a lot of fun with that,
Yeah.
And okay, what else do I got? I got a West Wolf Story, which is a werewolf western. Mark Anthony Baca and he wrote that one together. A lot of that one is his ideas. We have Cybrid Wasteland. Now that one will require a bigger budget, but that one is human, animal, cybrids in the desert, post-apocalyptic, that kind of thing. There's tribes like the Wastelanders. There's a motorcycle gang of hogs on hogs. They're actually human, like hogs, like pigs, on motorbikes. The crest for that I created is absolutely amazing. I love it. trying to remember what the name of it is right now. Oh, the Swine Crew,
Mm.
and then Wastelanders, an all-female tribe, and then there's the Godless, which is kind of an all-male tribe, and Michael Ochereno. He wants to play the bad guy. He's got a giant drill for an arm.
Nice.
It's crazy. That film is gonna be so much fun. We'll get to that one eventually. We got a Vampire in Vegas, which is a vampire comedy in Vegas. Hell Hotel, where they end up sacrificing people through a door on the 6th floor. Oh, what else do I got? Zombabies. I want to make animatronic zombie babies.
Awesome.
And AJ has to escape with 3 badass grandmas off the 13th floor through this hospital, get all the way down to the bottom. And each floor has different kind of zombies, from like the kitchen or like the cafeteria, and then from the children's ward, and then the baby zombies, and all sorts of crazy stuff. But animatronic baby zombies. I don't know if you see Beetlejuice, the last one, but they have baby Beetlejuice animatronic.
Oh yeah.
I think it's animatronic. That's what I'm talking about. That's amazing. And then Roller Derby 2, I haven't written that one yet, but that would be kind of like a lollipop chainsaw schoolgirl with a chainsaw on rollers in a zombie apocalypse. Valhalla, which is a Viking musical set to the music of Peyton Parrish, which is bad ass Viking music. So you're like, Viking musical, what the hell are you talking about, right? But when you listen to his music and you be like, oh, this will be good, right? And so that one's got, draggers and all the different kind of zombie badass stuff. So that one I want to film in Norway.
Speaking of music and whatnot, I had it on the screen so I wouldn't forget. Isaac said maybe you guys collab and do a song together for the film. I'm assuming he's talking about a toy maker because he had mentioned it a minute ago. So
sorry, what? Let's see. I can't see the comments here.
Yeah, here you go. He said.
Isaac's down for a collaboration. Do a song together for the film. Sounds good. Sounds good, Isaac. Oh, yeah. Hey, Chaos. Now that I turn the comments on, I can actually see them. Okay. Yeah, what else do we got? Viral Path. This one I actually wrote when I was staying on Mark's stunt ranch in Texas during the pandemic. I was bored, so I ended up in Orlando for like 3 months at theme parks for like, it was so cheap to go. And then stayed in Texas for 2 weeks. And Viral Path is about a crazy kind of YouTuber who takes over somebody else's YouTuber when they're doing this stunt competition. But then she's crazy, and she ends up making it into a stunt competition where they have to win the stunt or die. Flamethrowers, all sorts of crazy stunts. So that would be like a movie Mark would absolutely just love to do, because he would just be full of stunts the whole time. That one. And I think that's it in my head. I'm sure there's another one in there somewhere. Yeah, so
Isaac said, sweet man, can't wait to meet you both. He's from Lubbock area. So he's right down there in the Lone Star State. He don't have to travel too far, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know the geography down there. I know there's a lot of hee-haws and there's a lot of guns, and they hate weed. That's what I've been told. I don't really know, but it is a highly Republican state.
In Texas?
Isn't it?
No. Well, it's kind of it's both.
I mean, they were all real big Bush motherfuckers down there.
Yeah. Well, when I went to Austin, it's a very diverse city.
Now, I have heard that Austin is. I
Austin
still talk with an ex-girlfriend. She is an awesome.
Yeah, I went downtown and just checked it out and walked around and things like that. And it's got a pretty big LGBTQIA
Right.
community and things like that. But I don't know. I ended up going to karaoke in Austin, and it was weird. The pub was in like the basement in the underground parking lot of a high rise. It was the weirdest thing ever. But it was some good karaoke I went to there, and then checked out the bats under the bridge. They have a bridge there that's just bats all night, and like especially if you go down at just before the sun goes down, there's just bats everywhere. It's like the bat bridge. I don't know what it's actually called. It was a cool little thing down there.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no on that. But on that note, I have to go and pick up the wife. Please share the Indiegogo around. That is really a big reason why we are having cast members on. He talked with Mark, talked with Evan. To get you guys familiar with some of these characters, who you're going to be seeing in the movie, and hopefully build up some more hype and keeping this rolling, because we have been doing really well with the buying a role. A lot of directors don't like to do that. Hey, if it works, it works. If people want to be involved, they'll pay for it. And we've gotten some, really, really cool people that's going to be joining. Thanks to these perks. And as I mentioned, people, you need to keep checking in. I don't know if there's a way to subscribe to the Indiegogo so they can maybe get email alerts of new perks. If that's not a thing, I don't know. If it's not, check back, because you're a madman when it comes to bringing up new perks, my friend. Every other day, I'm like, oh, what the hell is this? 2 new perks? What?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and and the script is always evolving, and if somebody contributes, we can always add a little role. As long as it doesn't stray too much from the story, because we don't want to get convoluted with way too many characters.
Right.
The story just goes out the window, right? It's got to make sense for the script. And I've talked with quite a few people, and we've come up with ideas together about a new character and how it'll fit in and what we can do and things like that. Because originally Toymaker wasn't made for Indiegogo, but other scripts in the future will be more tailored towards that. But I think we've been able to adapt and expand the script. I did the latest revision, added all the new characters last week, and I'm gonna have to do that every week. I'm gonna have to add new characters here and there, and and new fun things. And if you can't make it, maybe be an associate producer or do one of the remote gigs, or there's all sorts of fun stuff.
Yeah, there's some voiceovers. I've seen a voiceover perk, I believe.
Yeah, I think the 911 operators they've been all bought up, but there's still, if you want to do like a remote thing, you can send us your movie trailer. We can have it playing in the hospital on the TV, or in the Toymaker's house, or do a fake little newscast, and we can just throw that on for 10 to 15 seconds in the movie, that kind of thing.
That's pretty cool.
We do have somebody who's going to do that. There's so many. Yeah, Toymaker on Indiegogo. Go check it out. Share it with friends, and if we are successful with this one, we want to launch the next one. Not too long after we're done filming this one.
And as you mentioned, as everybody heard, a lot of really cool projects, a lot of original stuff, and that's why we like indie films. It's not constricted by big Hollywood, man. You can really let your imagination go. So again, a Toymaker, Indiegogo, get over there, check it out. New perks being added probably weekly or every other week or something. Something new is always happening. There's always ways that are popping up for you to get involved in this in whatever aspect you want, remotely, on set, whatever. So thank you to everyone who did join us here live. Thank you to everyone who has supported A Toy Maker and the Indiegogo. And thank you to those who are watching on the replay over there on YouTube and Facebook, all them good places. Check out Cybrid, music or toys. I always want to say Toy Story.
Toy Story.
I know I'm gonna fuck that up one or two times, but yes,
Messed up version of Toy Story, I tell you.
yeah, right. So we look forward to talking with you guys. I'm sure you got questions about it. You can I'm sure always hit Evan up, hit myself up. Maybe I can even answer. I don't know.
Yeah, I've hit 5,000 friends, so occasionally I'm deleting people to let new people in. But I think you can follow my Facebook now and message me that way, because I think the friend list is full. I've been getting inundated with friend requests.
Cool. So follow if you can, befriend him because he's got 5,000.
Well, it's like I'm getting things, and I'm like, I keep trying to message people back, and I'm like, I can't even, like, sometimes if I message them back and we're not friends, it goes into their
Yeah, another little folder, and they never see it.
folder, and nobody sees the message, right? So it's tough. Comments are easier to see on my page sometimes now, or if they follow and then are allowed to message out. I wish we can have more friends.
All right. Well, thank you to everyone. Have a good evening. We'll be having. We're trying to figure out some scheduling for the rescheduling of the Nicole Vegas. As I mentioned, she's playing Deputy Lazarus, I believe, Officer Lazarus. Her schedule's pretty packed.
Yeah.
I have pretty decent availability, but making them two coincide can be a little rough sometimes. But maybe there can be. Maybe we'll get Lydia back on maybe when she feels when she was feeling better, when she's not eating so much before the show.
Oh,
And
yeah, I messaged her. Yeah, she's not feeling good.
yeah. But hey, maybe we'll get some other of the actors, actresses, maybe to hop on and talk about their career, A Toy Maker.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. You guys have a good night, and A Toy Maker, Indiegogo now.